milky.
And we're on.
What? And we're on.
Yeah.
And we're milking.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to The Hinge. There's a dog right in the back, which you can occasionally see.
Occasionally
see. Mark,
which way should we go?
I don't know where you're going, mate. Literally,
We're
you
going
got
to
some sort of
Milk
milk-related stuff. Before I forget, Mark's probably not watched it, but I don't know if you saw the PlayStation Showcase. It was just
I did see the PlayStation.
Oh, did you see it? Right.
Well, I didn't see the showcase. I watched a highlight reel of all the little bits. And
Yeah.
bits.
So to be honest, a lot of those games are all on the Xbox as well. They kind of played that a bit
Wait,
like
so how?
these are all
So how
PlayStation
is?
games.
How is MGS?
Well, the main thing is, so they're not sort of surprised, but everyone's expecting Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
Why was everyone expecting a
Well, they've been
remake?
because they've been saying for ages that there's going to be remakes.
Is it because they're going to do it chronologically?
Yes, because that makes the most sense. But what basically, I was really excited because I'd kind of forgotten that was on the cards, and then when the trailer started, there's like a little ant that gets eaten by a bird that gets eaten by a snake, blah blah blah.
It's a bit shit, the trailer, I thought, to be honest.
Well, they could have done a lot, because weirdly they've shown screenshots after. But anyway, my dream was Sony were just going to go, we've bought Metal Gear.
Yeah.
We're going to remake all the games. Kojima will maybe have a little hand to play, but I wanted Blue Point Games, who made Demon Souls remake. So basically, they're nothing to do with FromSoft, who make Elden Ring and stuff, but they remake Demon Souls just fantastically,
exactly
but better. That's why it looks better than Elden Ring. It's just a really good remake where it keeps all the good stuff, but it just tweaks it all. And I wanted basically that time because Sony's bought that company. So it's it's a long-winded way of saying it. That was my dream, but sadly, it's Metal Gear. It's on Xbox. It's on everything. So it's still owned by Konami, and it's just being done by the Metal Gear team, which obviously isn't Kojima. Which obviously that would have been a shock if he came back.
You really like Ground Zero, not Ground Zero. Well, yeah, Ground
Yeah,
Zero
but that was the last one he did.
Yeah, but like it's still the Metal Gear team, right? It's still like them who's going to be working on it.
Yeah, so we'll see. Also, Spider-Man. I've still not played the other game. I know you're a huge Spider-Man fan.
The two games. You've got two games to play, and all DLC.
Yeah. But I'm
so
just
good. I've got them at home.
It looked fine. I know you've lent me the first one. I just haven't got around to playing it. But it's just I'm not the hugest Spider-Man fan, so it looked cool and interesting.
Yeah.
But the other
gameplay though.
Did you watch the bit with that? I can't remember the fucking name of the game now. It was like a bit like a Ghost of Tsushima Sekiro game. It's like Mortal Blade. I don't think it is. Is it Mortal Blade or
Mortal Blade 2 or something?
No, because it's not that one.
Oh.
The one where it was like proper sword fighting. It had a bit of an Elden Ring look of it. No. It kind of looked a bit like Elden Ring. Well, it looked a bit like Sekiro. Anyway, that looked really fucking cool. That was the one game obviously I didn't know anything about. And obviously I was expecting the Last of Us multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Because they said they were going to mention that this year, so it was fine. I'm happy with Metal Gear, but it's that kind of thing where I wish Kojima was doing it. And the last game Metal Gear Studio made was that Metal Gear Survive. Do you know that one everyone played with the zombies? No one ever played. I've not even touched it, which was a bit bag of shit.
But did you also see the weird little handheld console thing?
Oh yeah, because literally as it was coming out, trending on Twitter was PlayStation's Switch.
Yeah, but it's not like a Switch.
Well, no, because it still streams it from you.
Yeah, so you've got to be sort of like within the thing. The thing is, well, can
it's a
you
Wii U, that's what it is.
Like, it's
to stream it.
But can you play it? Like, I don't know. Can you have your PlayStation on and then like stream it through the internet? Like, so
I'm assuming so.
Because it makes sense to be able to do that. Because you can do that with certain things, can't you?
There'd be no point if you just had to have it in your house. Like,
I think it is just from your house, though. I mean, like maybe it's just like I think it's like most people just say it's like just like going to the loo, or like if I don't know, like maybe your girlfriend's watching something on the TV downstairs and you just want to continue playing it, you know, like I don't know.
Going sort of towards that.
I said your girlfriend, I think pretty sexist to me, but yeah.
I'm playing through God of War Ragnarok and the new Zelda game, and I'll be honest with you, I'm further on the new Zelda game because of that, because I'll play it while my girlfriend's watching TV, and I'll just constantly pick it up for 2 minutes and go, blah, play this.
Maybe that's the thing, maybe that's why they
So it is actually having that separate screen, because I've not even played that new Zelda on the TV yet. For 1 second. It's weird, because I'm playing God of War, and God of War looks incredible. I think bar Demon Souls, God of War is the best looking game I've had so far on a PS5, but Zelda is sort of more visually interesting. And it's using nothing. But just all the mechanics in it. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's like you've got the mechanics of picking up. Master Hand is literally just pick. It's almost like everything's magnetic. You can just pick up pretty much anything that can be moved. And then you've got one that turns back time called Recall. Yeah. And you can't just do it on everything, but say if someone's throwing something at you, you can just recall it and it'll fling it back in the face. And then you've got...
See, how fast are you at doing that sort of stuff in the game? Because the thing that I found with the original
is the
one
switch between the moves.
was the switching between the moves was incredibly difficult, and I really couldn't ever get the hang of it because it was so weird. Sort of like, oh, you got to hold down that and then that and then that.
The thing with this one is it's like one of your powers is the mass down, which is picking up stuff, and the other one's what's it called, stick and shit together.
Yeah.
But then when you're actually, once you've got both of them, you can pick up stuff with the mass down, and if it's near something that can stick, you just press the button. You don't have to switch between.
Okay.
It's weird not having bombs. You do have bombs in the game, but not as like a power, because I would constantly run around and just drop bombs over my head. No, you don't have the. No, all that's gone. But one of the things was you get these gliders, which are like this metal bird that's going to be really loud. You get these metal birds, and they're just like this glider, and you basically, some of them are on these little runs, and you'll jump on one, and just you jumping on it will make it slide down this hill. It goes off into the sky, and you can walk on the bird, and it'll tilt it to control it. And I'm like, these are really fucking cool. You can just attach one to your shield. You can attach anything to your shield or your sword. You can attach like a minecart to your shield that makes it slightly smaller, so then you can just use your shield like a skateboard. Like you don't have to go down like steep hills, you can just use it. But anyway, there's these stupid bird things, and you'll find one just somewhere, and you're like, right, I'm gonna have to go put that at the edge of something, and then run a jump on it to ride it, and then you fucking just fly off the edge. And then for ages,
little weird mechanics.
Yeah, but then I was like, because I've tried to avoid spoilers, but I was on TikTok, and this guy's like, hey, having trouble with these birds? Well, use this. So you pick it up, put it over the edge, put it back on the ground, stand on it, reverse time, stand on it, and it goes up over the edge, and then you turn off your time thing, and then it flies off, and you're like, that's so fucking obvious, but like my brain hadn't thought of it. But there's so many mechanics and how they mix together. It's I know I don't know, it's the argument though where it's like a DLC for thingy. It's not. It makes going back to Breath of the Wild will seem really weird. This game's like easily double the size, and it's also vertically like. There's a whole underground.
Oh, really?
There's basically a whole a bit like.
Is that the dungeons?
Well, no, because there's caves, but then there's a whole. The game it's most like is sort of Elden Ring. Do you know when you got that whole underground place and all these rivers and things? It's just like that.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing. Also, I'm really loving Ragnarok, but Ragnarok's more like. To me, that almost feels more like an extension of the first game, where nothing particularly new's happening. It's the same kind of fighting and stuff. There's
a lot more different.
There's more different enemies and shields, but it feels
a lot more different. Like you get the spear, you get the shield, you get the punches.
Yeah, but it feels more like
more different. Like there's definitely a lot more to that game in terms of like I don't know.
But in terms of the two games, that one feels much more like, oh, I'm just continuing playing God of War 1. Like, it's not in a bad way. It's just like, if this had been an extension of it, it wouldn't have seemed weird. Whereas Zelda's like, okay, it's in the same vague area, but then the game is so different and the mechanics are so different.
Yeah.
But no, I'm loving I've said about, I don't know how far I'm into it, but God of War is obviously it's fantastic.
So Alfie is terrified of the dogs in God of War, the big scary dogs. The big dogs, the big wolves.
The wolves, yeah, I've seen the wolves. Yeah,
Alfie is petrified of them. He freaks out, and since the dogs have started coming on the massive TV, he has started weeing near the TV because he's that scared of them. It's pretty bad.
Also, I said this is me talking the whole time. Mark's just getting lost.
No, it's fine.
This is more collect related. I'm really bad at pronouncing the name. This gallery here. I got those Akira and Ghost of the Shell prints last year, I think. He's just done 4 more Ghost of the Shell prints. They're really good, and when you actually see them up close, the detail.
Oh, those ones, the ones with the skylines, not skylines. What kind of?
Well, they're literally background scans, but the detail is like ridiculous when you see him face to face. So yeah. Go on it in case they all sell out, but they just look really cool. They just
sorry.
That would have been good to have.
It would have been quite good. This guy just stopped.
Ooh, you do this every time you need milk?
No, not every time I need milk. This is when I want really nice special. This is when I need special milk times. I did buy 4 litres of milk from Aldi the other day. Not Aldi, Costco. So I don't really need more milk. So watch Dungeons & Dragons. You need to watch that shit. It's really good.
Soon,
well, it's streaming now. You can actually watch it streaming soon. Yeah, now. But you got to download it illegally or watch it. Through something, but that's really good. I mean, like as like films go, it was like I heard really good reviews, and then I was like, I bet it's not actually as good as it actually is. But it was very surprisingly really shit hot. Especially after watching that horrible Critical Role thing where they're like trying to make out like it's.
What was that thing? The Legend of Ex Machina. We still don't like that.
No,
okay?
that was it. Yeah, that was it.
We still
yeah,
don't
we
like it.
hated
I know.
People have. I
If
watched more
any
of it.
people, you've watched more of it.
I watched a little bit more
Oh
of
my
it, and it
God.
was awful.
Again, you're welcome to like. After watching My Dress Up Darling, I'm never going to have a go at people for liking something that I don't like because I think that's wrong. Let them enjoy themselves.
Wait, who's had a go at you for liking My Dress Up Darling?
No, but no,
Someone's had a
no,
go at
because
you for
do you not
liking My Dress
know?
Up Darling.
No, do you not remember the show? Because in it,
do
someone has a
remember
go at
the
the girl in it,
Ah, okay.
and she's
okay.
like, "You shouldn't
Since
matter."
that, okay.
Yeah, it's a life lesson.
Okay.
But even if something's based off something else, if the end product isn't very good,
Yeah.
it's still not very good.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like the whole show revolved around you having to watch that Critical Role beforehand and go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, and then this happens. That's funny how they made that happen. Oh,
It
I've
just-
always wanted
so-
to see that animated.
A lot of people, obviously, now there's no dislike button on YouTube. A lot of people didn't like our review because we obviously didn't
Yeah.
understand the show. But from whatever, if you give me a lovely cake and I eat it and it tastes awful and it's full of broken glass, and then you go, oh well, if you blah blah blah,
Yeah,
that
if you
glass,
watch the glass,
if you
made
knew the glass was
used
made,
to be a
a
really
nice
nice
goblet
chandelier,
or something,
yeah.
But it tastes like shit now. But enjoy it if you enjoy it. It's just not for us. But yeah,
Yeah, well, we hated it. We hated it with absolute passion and everything else. Did you ever? Yeah, so compared to that, Dungeons and Dragons was a lot of fun. It had that breath of sort of like random, sort of like whimsy. It had like quite a bit of sort of like, you know, it felt like it was off the cuff. And when they wrote it, they didn't think about, oh, how does this going to correlate to this and stuff like
yeah.
that.
I like Chris Pine as well.
He's really good. Yeah, he's really,
Chris
good.
Pine, yeah.
Yeah, everyone tries. There's loads of people in there that are really good. Michelle Rodriguez, who I don't normally love, I always think she's a bit like.
I think she's the same exact
She's
person.
very same. She is the
her
same
from
in this.
Avatar. Is she
Yeah.
just the Avatar version?
She's kind of she's a bit more gruff than that, but yeah, she's very similar to that, and she's the same as she's very Letty. From have you ever seen those movies?
I watched the first one. He's on VHS.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I watched the second one in cinema, but then I stopped. I will watch them all at some point
I
because
kind
they're
of
going to
really
be
want to
terrible.
watch them. Yeah.
Let's not start watching them. I'll have to do all. There's going to be 11 of them, and then you got Hobbs.
There's
and Shaw.
gonna be 11 of
Well, there's 10.
Yeah, there's 10.
And
There's
this
11
last
now,
one
yeah.
is 2 parts, and then Hobbs and Shaw's in there. And then there's those.
It's
Fast X is 10. X is 10.
But then what they're doing? What is it? Is
Then
it going
it's
to be XI?
11, I'm guessing. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, no. So anyway, yeah, watch Dungeons and Dragons. That's great. Detective Pikachu guy's pretty good in it.
Justice,
the other guy,
I can't remember his name,
the other guy, what's his name? Handsome Lord Bridgerton. You know, Ragnar Bridgerton. Anyway, yeah, the guy was going to be James Bond. He's very, very handsome.
I don't know who you mean.
Yeah, he's
Who's
really good in it.
handsome?
I can't remember who the handsome one is, but yeah, Mr. Bridgerton. But he's not one of the Bridgertons, but Mr. Bridgerton. And then who else is in it that's really good? Oh yeah, the good little Bill from It.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
Hugh Grant's really good in it as well.
Oh, yeah, Hugh Grant's
And it's so good. It's really good. Watch it. Don't.
Have you seen the trailer for Asteroid City?
That looks so good.
I really
I'm
want to watch
really
that.
excited for that.
I haven't
June the
seen-
25th, I think.
Yeah, I knew it was June. I haven't seen the French Dispatch though. Have you seen it? That's
Oh,
pretty good.
it is quite good. It's quite charming. It's 3 different stories instead of one story, which
Yeah.
is a bit of an issue in my mind because they are a bit. I don't know. It's not as.
I've
good
not heard
as the
great.
other
I've not heard great things. But it kind of passed me by where it was people were talking about, it, and then it was like, oh, it's been released already because it's on Disney Plus. I just
Yeah,
need to watch it.
it's all free, so I mean, definitely watch that.
But Asteroid City, I know Jeff Goldblum's in it, but I didn't actually see him in the trailer. I watched
There's loads of people in it. It seems like
Steve
he's-
Carell's in it.
Yeah, Steve Carell. I
Yeah.
saw he's a new one.
I know Wes Anderson's always sort of the same kind of charming, whimsical. But I just quite like that. I'm just like, I'm happy. to
Yeah,
watch
no,
that.
yeah, it's a really, really good.
Just sort of cozy.
Yeah.
And then we got some ready milk. Mark's incredibly middle class, and he has to go to a special place in a nature reserve to get milk.
In a nature
Special,
reserve.
it basically is special milk. This is why the economy's fucked because
Yeah,
Mark's
because
using
Mark
so
is-
much fuel to drive
Yeah, that's it.
to get chocolate
So
milk.
fuel's
He
gone
did
so
get me some nice.
expensive.
It is actually very good milk, to be fair.
You got strawberry milk. I got
but yeah.
raspberry. Do you want to try some of mine? Mine's raspberry and white chocolate.
Oh, but thank you. I'm not a big white chocolate man.
You're not a big white chocolate man. I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that you were a
I also
giant
like
white chocolate man.
bounties, I don't like as well.
Wait, why bounties? Why are you saying the word bounties?
Well, just because they're white.
But that's nothing to
it's
do with white
coconut.
chocolate. It's coconut.
Yeah, I know, but it's the same. It's the same.
It's not.
ballpark.
It's not at
No,
all.
but it's just it's a sweet thing I don't
It's
like.
a white sweet
it's just
thing.
I like most sweet things. Hinge Beer Collect, thanks for watching.
Yeah,
We'll
there
do
was
some more
No
videos
pigs that
soon.
went missing today.
No
That was
pigs.
One of the best
Yeah.
things.
I saw the pigs yesterday.
How were they? Are they
Yesterday.
growing up?
No, I was trying to basically like do videos for a band thing, and like I was going to lie down, and I thought all the little piglets would like climb all over me.
You
They
need
were just
food,
like
though.
really scared. They were like, come over and like sniff you.
But they weren't interested. Look how nice rhododendrons.
Yeah. Follow my band, Dinosaurs Attack. I've made so many videos. I'm gonna start using this for my own personal game.
Good,
This
do
is
it.
Dinosaurs Attack. It's a band with pigs.
It's a band that's got
Car Jam
pigs.
Malone, a band without pigs. One band we talk about stupid stuff. One band we talk about serious stuff. One
Serious stuff.
You know what I mean? Like,
What's the serious stuff?
well,
What's
one's
the
about like
recent
we do
serious?
songs about Batman and dinosaurs. The other one's more about like life and that. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.
Thank you very much.
Milk, drink milk. It's good for you. Bye.
Must live with the choices we make. We must deal with the paths that we take. I built myself so